Hey, Dominic again. This time with my video reflection for the systems thinking mindset. Um, with this mindset, it helps us be clear about our assumptions and the implications of our actions over broader space and time dimensions. This systems thinking helps us do better in a way, or get less and less and less wrong, as he continued to say. Helping you think further ahead for possible complications that may arise. Like in his example, where his son didn't think about the other dog and he ended up going over the handlebars. Uh, for the systems thinking uh, mindset to really be effective, mental models are a big part of that for you to take the appropriate action. Um, a thing he brought up was the change and versus consequence model, uh, where it showed where it's a model of unintended consequences, many and few, and the change in behavior, little and huge. There's an area for tweaks, firefighting, and disasters, which is where you really don't want to be at. Uh, but you do want to be at the high leverage point, which is right there. Um, High leverage fundamentally helps you improve the performance of a system while simultaneously reducing the likelihood of those intended consequences. I think this was a very good model in the sense it helps you visualize what you may need to do or helps you visualize those unintended consequences to that change in behavior, which can help you improve upon the system, improve within that systems thinking mindset. Uh, the systems thinking mindset kind of has three components: um, what you're doing or what you're trying to achieve, how you're doing it or how you're going to achieve that, and how do you know that you've done it well. To start off, to help with what are you doing, it helps to frame the problem with an expansive set of boundaries, kind of seeing where you need to reach, what implications might be in effect that might reduce the effectiveness of what you're trying to do, or the boundaries at which you have to adhere to. Secondly, or this also helps the understanding with uh, how things work and can help develop a shared picture, which helps when explaining and uh, showing to others what the goal is and how you seek to accomplish that goal. Uh, he brought up a kind of a cycle of observing behavior, building and improving the theory, and testing the theory. Again, that is a cycle work. It's continuously going around and around. I thought this was a good visual representation of how you could go about systems thinking, where you observe a behavior or something you need to improve upon. You build a theory around what might work, what may not work, and then uh, test that theory, apply that theory to what you were thinking about or what you want to accomplish. And if it doesn't work, you observe the behavior of that tested theory, and then you build or improve upon that theory again until you can get as close as possible to what you really want to see. And then, uh, how do you know you've done it well? He said that arrive at a solution or understanding of a system that is simple and easy to understand and easy to explain. Um, Pretty much getting as much knowledge as possible to have the ability to explain it in your own words in a simple way that helps everyone around you understand what the goal is, what the expectation is, what you just try to accomplish. Uh, he continued on showing Barry Richmond's model, one of his colleagues, which is a model of value derived, and the effort and time required into putting that is kind of a graph. Uh, the graph kind of goes like that, where it starts simply, you could use conversational use of skills. Then it kind of goes up for value derived and effort required. Simple stock and flow maps, simple model, or a complex model. But after you reach a certain point, uh, the time and effort required kind of take away from the value derived from it. So it kind of goes back down. This helped explain that uh, effort and time are valuable resources, and to derive value effectively, you need to find a good balance of uh, the use of your time and effort to get as much value as possible from a scenario or something you're trying to accomplish. He continued to say, the most important part of systems thinking is the mindset you use, which, from our previous discussions, I agree with. It Mindset is something that is required to change behaviors and to improve upon yourself. Like reading through the outward mindset, for those models we went over. Sorry, for those models we went over, it showed that if you try to force a behavior without changing your mindset, it will kind of revert back to where you were. But if you change your mindset, the behaviors you want to see will follow. Um, and he kind of went into how to maybe change your mindset, frame the problem, uh, asking what kind of trends there are, what are they doing, how do we want the future to play out, and then how do you get across that space and time um, that is required into this, like how, who, what if, how it would impact uh, the area, your area, how it would impact you, who would it be impacting, who would it be concerning, um, what might other changes be within that space. And then he went into physics, uh, kind of questions about how reaching your goal might work, the plan you have in place, the mental model you have in place might work, which I think these are all good ways to figure out your mindset, figure out how to implement your mental model, um, kind of figure out how to apply a systems thinking mindset in a way that's structured and not just kind of throwing you in to the fire. Um, And one last thing he hit on in the video was humility, and never possessing the full truth, only getting as close as possible to be less and less and less wrong, um, which I think is a great way to put it because you'll never have the full truth. You'll never be 100% accurate in what you're trying to accomplish or your goal because there's so many different factors adding up to it. But having a mental model and a systems thinking mindset can help mitigate that as much as possible, kind of going over all the scenarios you can think about, all the people you need to reach out to, everyone um, that is involved. It can help you put structure and just just helps you structure your mindset, your models, and your goals that you want to accomplish. It puts everything in a place for you to understand and better your results as much as you can, even though you may not be 100%. And having humility in that will help you achieve your goals and not have you stuck in one area continuously. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Again, thank you. Bye.